Hello. The story that we are going to read today is called "The Big Game," and the Quranic verse it's based on is like this: "But do not exceed the limits. Allah does not like the transgressors." Autumn had come. All of creation was getting ready for winter. The sound of the wind echoed through the town of Pleasant Hills. This day was an important day. There was a championship game between the north side and south side neighborhoods. The soccer match began with much excitement. From the very beginning, the north side team took the lead. They made 8 goals. The south side team made only 6. But Mahmoud, who was on the south side team, stole the ball and started running with it. He ran and ran. He soon came face to face with the goalie. His eyes were locked on the goal. He shot and the ball was on the net. The people watching the game shouted, "Goal!" Mahmoud's teammates ran to give him a big hug. Mahmoud's goal gave to the south gave hope to the south side team. The whole team was very happy. However, it made Raza, the north side team captain, and the real rest of his team very nervous. No matter what, we can't let them make another goal, thought Raza. The game is almost over. Only 2 minutes were left before the referee blew the whistle and ended the game. Just then, Mahmoud stole the ball again. He looked at the goal and gave the ball a hard kick. The ball went spinning through the air. It was a goal. This meant the game would go into overtime. Whoever could make the most goals would win. Raza was angry. He was mad that the other team had scored another goal. He was very irritated with Mahmoud, even though Mahmoud was one of his best friends. Both teams wanted to win. Both sides tried to make more goals, but they couldn't break the tie. Raza came up against Mahmoud shooting a goal. Mahmoud kicked the ball, and the south side children shouted, "Goal!" After that, Raza got the ball to the other goal. He looked at the goalie. When he was going to kick with his right foot, he suddenly switched and kicked with his left. Everyone held their breath. The goalie saw what Raza was doing and he blocked the ball. "No!" Raza shouted. The Southside team won the game. Mahmoud and his team were very happy. But Raza was angry and upset. He went home right away. Raza thought about the game for hours. He was going to win the championship. But in a few minutes, everything changed. "I'm never going to talk to Mahmoud again," Raza thought. "He's not my friend anymore." Raza clenched his fists in anger. He looked angrily at the Southside neighborhood from his window. "I'm not going to invite Mahmoud to my birthday tomorrow night," Raza said to himself. "All of my friends are welcome, but not him." The next night, everyone came to Raza's house. Raza played games with all of his friends. He was very happy. Just then, a knock came at the door. Raza opened it. There stood Mahmoud. "You were not invited," shouted Raza. "Did you forget that your team beat us?" Mahmoud was very shocked. "I came to celebrate your birthday, Raza," he said. "I brought you a gift." He put his gift in Raza's hand and then left. Raza put the box in front of the door and went back inside to his friends. Everyone played games and ate delicious food. The hours passed and the birthday fun came to an end. Raza and his mom, Mrs. Asra, waved goodbye to all of his friends. Then Mrs. Asra saw a package sitting at the front of the door. "Who brought this, Raza?" she asked. "Mahmoud brought it," Raza replied. "Why didn't he come inside? Didn't you invite him in?" asked Mother. "No, I didn't," said Raza, "because he beat me in the championship match." "Raza," replied his mother, "I know that you are upset that you didn't win the game, but it's just a game. Things don't always turn out the way that you want them to." You shouldn't act this way just because you lost a game. Mrs. Asra continued. Look how thoughtful Mahmood was. He brought you a gift. If you keep behaving like this, you'll be doing something wrong. Don't forget, Allah loves those who behave in a balanced way, even when they don't get what they want. When she had finished speaking, Mrs. Asra opened the present. There was a soccer ball inside. Right next to the ball was a piece of paper. The paper said, Dear Raza, I hope you will enjoy many more matches together. Inshallah. Happy birthday. Raza soon realized what a big mistake he had made. He was very sad. He made the situation much worse than it had to be. He hurt Mahmood's feelings. Soccer is just a game. Mom, can we go to Mrs. Mahmood's house? Raza said to Mrs. Asra, I want to tell him that I'm sorry. Of course, dear, replied Mrs. Asra with a smile. She cut a big piece of her son's birthday cake and put it into a container. They left the house. They walked quickly until they finally reached Mahmood's house. Raza rang the bell. He was so nervous that his hands were trembling. Mahmood opened the door. He was surprised to see Raza standing there. Assalamu alaikum, Mahmood said. He greeted his guest with a smile. I really liked your gift, Mahmood, said Raza. I'm sorry I didn't invite you to my birthday party. Can we still be friends? Of course, Mahmood exclaimed. Then he politely invited his guest inside. Raza gave Mahmood the slice of cake that he brought from home. Then Mahmood's mother came. They all went into the living room together. The two mothers watched while the two boys had a nice time talking to each other. When it was time to go, Raza felt peaceful. He was happy that he came to Mahmood's. He had fixed his mistake. Raza was reunited with Mahmood. Then he and his mom set out for home again. While they were on their way, Raza prayed, Oh Allah, I'm not going to make any of my friends sad anymore. I won't behave badly. Instead, I'll be balanced. I will be one of the people whom you love. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. See you next time.